Jacob from Black Sheep here. It's been quite a long time since I doing a podcast again. I needed some time to digest everything, but also kind of getting back on my feet, dealing with my own anxiety, depression, just like everyone else. So I'm sitting here by the water. If you can still hear the noise, the sounds. It's about 9 p.m. It's getting chilly. Some mosquito. I can see the skyline from here. I guess give you updates about what's been going on, what I'm up to, and also a couple of topics went over today about how to get the girl out of your league. There is really no leak actually, but trying to get a new job. That's why I haven't heard from me for a while. I haven't died for cliff, even though suicidal thought is like I would say 80% of guys have it. So don't figure out if you have it. Just get to the community, talk to people. Everyone should be here for you, so you're not alone. And still writing my books here and there, not super focused on that. Try to get my career together, try to get a fully remote job so I can get on my Camry that I built into a camper so I can just travel, do more pickup, more videos, and be more free. Yes, Tom used to say when I was young, I wanted to be rich, but now I wanted to be free. And yes, I wanted to be free. To be honest, I don't care much about money. Life's so short. To enjoy. I know most of us would be stuck at a 9-to-5 jobs right now, and I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be doing the game, traveling, living the life. It's not easy. Tom was able to do it with his full-time on day game. I'm still have to keep my day jobs. Like most of you try to make it work. That's why I haven't shown my face yet. But hopefully could be soon. Anyway, that's housekeeping things like Tom usually do. Got nothing to say to you guys. Keep the channel to keep whatever Tom had. I'll probably never be as good as Tom or just like Brandon Lee, who has never been as good as Bruce Lee. But I hope I do my best. And there you hear some kid in the background. So the mating season is here. Summer, everybody out, tourists coming, people dating, So it's a good time to get back out there and do what we often do. The Black Sheep Bandit. If you part of bandit, then you know the hustle never stops. And so the topic of today is the girls out of your league. How do you get them? And so this quote really helped me when I was in my head. Actually today when I saw like 2 super hot girls walk by, and I haven't been out for a couple of weeks. Got some COVID and then recovering. My game was super rusty. I'm not as blessed as some social people that can just be social when they want to and not when they don't want to. I have to keep going and at least go now a few days, 1 or 2 days a week for an hour at least, just to keep it moving. Otherwise I'll get super antisocial, super nerdy, super shy, super introvert. And it's hard getting back. But also, yes, so the quote was that I came up with, or maybe somebody already mentioned it in the past, I'm not sure, but the only girls that are out of your league is the one you didn't approach. So remember that. Every time you saw a hot girl walk by and you think she out of your league, no, she only out of your league because you didn't talk to her. So if you come say hi, automatically, if you say hi to a girl, your chance will start at 0.0, no matter how bad you are and how good looking that girl is. So it could be the supermodel, like Angelina Jolie, whatever. But the moment you say hi, your chance went from 0 to 0.0001%. and that's still better than 0%. You still have like a small. That's still better. It's still more than zero. So you had a chance if you just said hi. So the only girls that are out of your league is the one you didn't talk to. So talk to them if you see one. And that brings to the topic of today, like how do you deal with hot girls, and in terms of mindset, how do you feel confidence around hot girls that you never used to? Let's say you could be a beginner, then you would be anxious about like any girls. Or if you do it for a while, you get laid, you get 5, 6, maybe 7 here and there, but you never get 9, 10, and you got intimidated by those girls. So how do you deal with it? And throughout the years, there are a couple of ways that you can deal with it. I guess the first was how Gray Ferguson used to deal with it. You just flirt with anyone from old, young, as long as they're female, you flirt with them. Not all of them in a sexual way, but like flirt with them, get used to just like messing with people, flirting with them. So when you treat the fat girl and the hot girl the same way, then you wouldn't be intimidated because you're gonna flirt with them the same way anyway. You would treat them the same way. You would give them the same shit. You would tease them. You would qualify them. You would give them a hard time, like the hot girl and the fat girl, the same way. Then when you meet the hot girl, they're really nothing to be afraid of. That's not the second option. Actually, the first option, just expose yourself to a lot of hot girls and being around hot girls all the time. Then you just desensitize to it. But I guess most of us doesn't have an option. Otherwise, we wouldn't be learning the game in the first place. So that doesn't work. The second option is treat everyone the same. The fat girl, the 5 and the 10, treat them the same. Of course, you don't want to sleep with the 5 or 4, and you just flirt with them. And then how do you give the sister a hard time? Do the same thing, and when with the hot girl you want, and you can be more sexual with them. But yeah, treat them the same. If you see Gray Ferguson on his show, he's really good with floating. I recommend checking him out. If you can see him floating with anyone, even the gay guys. On the show, he floated with them too, and I was surprisingly well. Like, you're not gay, but how do you be able to float with a gay guy like that? But the fact is, you float with everyone, from old lady to the gay guys, the very hot girl. He treat them pretty much all the same, and float with them, have a good time with them all the same. That's why all the hot girls are so attracted to them, because not many people will be able to treat them like that, like he did. So that's the second option. That sometimes works, sometimes doesn't really work for me, because like when you look at the not so attractive girls, you're like, it's kind of hard to be flirting with them, to turn it on. I don't know. For me, I have to feel sexual, otherwise I can't. And I guess most of us might have the same thing. So that also doesn't work sometimes, doesn't. But if you really practice and push yourself on it, you'll probably be good with it. And the third option is the one that I came up with, that I put in the book. I call it the ladder method. This will be a copyright under Yellow Black Sheep. So how that works is, the ladder method is you go up one by one. So let's say you meet all of 5, and then maybe you sleep with them, keep them around, and while you're having the 5s around, then you can start going talk to the 6, and maybe after a while you get more 6s, and you can keep 5 and 6 around, or maybe just the 6 and ditch the 5. It's up to you. And then get yourself numb to the 6, and then while you're with the 6, you do the same thing. You gotta talk to the 7, and it gives you more confidence, because you always have the 6 to come back to, even if you fail. But also they give you more option. You feel more abundant. So when you talk to 7, you don't feel that needy. But also the 7 and the 6 is not too far from each other, so you don't feel that intimidated. You just feel uncomfortable enough to put in the work, but not too scared that you won't be able to get a word out. So, and I was able to do that up to an 8, and I never thought that I could, because I stuck at intermediate, keep getting 5 and 6 all the time, especially where I live is super hard for dating. But yeah, I thought I can never get 7. But after I did, just one of the journal things also helped me in the past that I every morning write out the affirmation, the thing that you wanted to achieve, see yourself doing that, and those things works for me. I mean, Tom didn't believe it's much in self improvement, but I like some of the minor meditation, some of those work for me. So, and when I start writing every morning, that I have a 7 at least in my rotation, and like month by month, say the affirmation and the journaling work. So it's like reprogram your subconscious mind. And yeah, I finally got a 7, but then I think I had one point during 2020. That was my best dating time of my life, actually. Because I was the only guy going out hustling, wearing mask, and I'm the only guy available. So that was more like supply and demand, but also, yeah, I'm the only one wearing mask, go to Target, Walmart, like Costco, anywhere to talk to people. So I got 2.5, 2.6, and 1.7.5. So, and just using the ladder method, because initially I didn't think I could get up to 7, and I got kind of intimidated when I got to with the 7 and talked to them. So yeah, at that point I had 2.5, and then I met 2.6, and then I keep them all around, which I should have, because that wastes so much time and sex. But then after the 2.6, I got the 7. The first time I got the 7 was really the best feeling ever, because I didn't get lucky this time. I know this. I got this because of my ability. Before, sometimes from the bar, sometimes see drunk, not like super drunk, but like the bar scene, this one night stand. Like sometimes you, even though you get a girl, you have a feeling, yeah, it's not really your game. It's just you was at the right place, the right time, you know. So it's not really what you did. So this time for me, I have it in a book too. Like the girl come up, she saw me a used keyboard from OfferUp, and it's on her birthday, so I get 50% luck, 50% skill. So luck is preparation meet opportunity, and I did, and the preparation worked out for that, because I was gaming so hard during COVID. And she's come up, sell me the keyboard. Turn out her birthday, talk to her for a little bit, bring her up to the rooftop for some wine. We barely drink any, and pull her back to my place, and we fucking like 2 hours, less than 2 hours of talking, a meeting. That's what blew my mind. That like, this shit is possible. I mean, I know it's possible. I didn't know it can be this possible. So that's blow my mind. But also she's 7. She's like the first 7 I actually can get. And yeah, that's on her birthday. She was probably looking for birthday sex, but half of that was my skill, but my ability to get it. So I was like super proud of it. But also, it's in the book. I don't know when the book gonna be done. It's probably a while. I'm still having my jobs, and I'm not really full-time writing. But so that work out, and that's when I come up with the ladder methods, because I see what I did unconsciously to 5 to 6 and 7, and then an 8 later. But yeah, that's the third way. I mean, pick whatever work for you guys. The first option, just if you have opportunity to expose yourself to all the high quality women that you can be around, even from the social circle, so you can numb yourself to it. So when you meet one, you're not super anxious. That's the first option. Second option is just treat everyone the same, flow with everyone. Not easier said than done with that. And the third one is my ladder method. I think that's a little bit more doable. Like if you put in enough work, you go out enough, you meeting enough people. I think that's more doable compared, but it's not be as good as at the second, that great focus on you flow everyone. That's get you becoming the player, not just acting as a player, which is hard. So yeah, that is how do you get the girl outside your league. First, also recognize there is no league. The only league that the only girls out of your league is the one you didn't talk to. So talk to them and say hi. That otherwise, she is out of your league because you didn't talk to her, not because she's out of your league, just because you didn't talk to her. and this has helped me so much lately when I getting back and I know what beginner feel like. I know how scary it is to say hi to someone and give them a compliment. When they're sitting at the coffee shop or they walk at the market, and just stop them and give them a compliment. Sometimes even two girls today, like they were so hot. But yeah, it took me. I broke the 3 second rule so many times. I just walk around like lingering, feel like a beach. Like, oh my god, I want to say hi, but I don't know how to. I know how to, but I didn't. I couldn't. Then they approach anxiety and everything. And this one helped. I have a list of things, belief or whatever that I wrote down to help with the approach anxiety, to combat the voice or the excuses you have when it come up. Yeah, you guys, if anything that helped in the past, with me or with other coach, just write it down. That might help as well. So I have a list of things here. I can probably read it through before. This is probably going to be a shorter podcast. It's getting dark, chilly, and there's mosquito everywhere. But I haven't recorded a podcast for a while, so I kind of just want to check in, see how everyone doing, giving you an update. I'm trying to get on the road, try to do a full-time nomad van life if it's possible. For my last year in the US, I have one more year for my visa before it expired. Then I'll probably go to Europe and do full-time of this as well. So let's see. Actually, I have a note called approach anxiety in here that I have a list. Actually, God, it's long ass list. So I might go over this another time, but couple things, for example, like, I think this from Austin Summer, the expression mode instead of impression mode. You try to express yourself, not try to impress anyone. Also, remember that nervous and it's not nervousness, it's excitement. They're both the same chemical. It's just how you interpret it. Also, there are 3 billion women in the world, so if she's gone, the next one, there's so many more. Also, people are bored. Yeah, people are bored. They go to their life, nothing exciting happening. I think most of the time when you approach someone, that's the most exciting thing that someone had for their whole day. Because they go into the same thing again in the same motion every day. They want something to happen. They want something epic. That's why all the movie, there's always somebody go into the motion and then suddenly something happened and their life change. And people want to experience that. And a couple more things, like she forget your face after like 20 minutes. You probably don't remember. Also, it's normal for people to talk to each other. She could be thinking about dicks all the time. She will be trying to get laid. That's just a short one. There's more. So I might go over all these beliefs, all the note I took down in another podcast, maybe approach anxiety podcast. Whatever podcast you guys want me to cover, we can go over it more. And yeah, just checking in. Also letting you guys know that I'm still alive. I'm not gonna abandon the channel. I'm still gonna do what I love. I'm just not the type of guy that like doing podcasts, doing infield, doing courses. I might do this full time in the future. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just be traveling, living in my car. Probably doesn't cost so much. Then I can probably do this full time, and I might release some infield, review my face and stuff. None of that really matters, especially even infield. Like you can get good and get so many results just listening to Tom 200 podcast without seeing any of his infield. And yes, he do his sport career, so he had to put up the infield, had to put up some. He have some scandal, but like fake kissing, but like always they do it all the time. Like who cares? It's like marketing. But you can get good result by just listening to the 200 podcast without anything else, and that shows like how much free stuff like Tom put out and how much it helped. It changed my life. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I won't be put out so much infield because like if you got if somebody told you, hey, if you clap, we'll make a sound. Just, just you just try it out. If you clap and make a sound, okay, this guy good, good information. I can use it. But if it doesn't make a sound, okay, this guy BS, move on. So really, you don't really need an infield. That's like the one reason you don't need an infield for that. I know the value infield because it motivates you guys, show how it's done. But you don't really need a lot of infield. I might put out a couple when I'm on the road. But for now, maybe podcast here and there, whatever topic you guys think can be helpful. Whatever, maybe I pick out maybe a couple chapters of my book here and there and use it as a podcast as well. Because Tom had a really good podcast, and I really can't top that or I can't add anything to it. Just do my own tweets, maybe a couple chapters of my books, whatever can help you guys, and maybe can relate with whoever more beginner level or intermediate, whoever I can relate it more. As an Asian guy, international with an accent, doing game for the last 6-7 years, getting results here and there, dealing with all the depression, anxiety, on the high and low of the game. Um, so maybe I can help the best I could, or at least just keep the black sheep bandit going. Because without without Tom, I don't know if anyone still keeping the bandit going. I mean, people are still out there, but when it's a community, when it's a bandit, it's stronger. People support each other, people care for each other. It just make things less. Just make life more tolerable because there's so many bad shit going on, and so many cancel culture, so many I don't know, so many bad shit going on in the world right now, and I think it's gonna get worse. So brave yourself for it. To game also my therapy to keep me grounded, keep me more engaged in life with dealing with everything else. So and yeah, knowing that there's community, there's even if one person that these podcasts can be helpful, help them, that would be good enough for me to keep doing this. Yeah, I haven't done it for a while, so I apologize. But last time just one person liked the podcast and loved the content. That's good enough for me, because if this podcast can change one life, that's all that matters. That's all I care. Because one of the podcasts of Simple Pickup video that saved my life. I didn't get on the bus. I got accident because I found out about game and about Simple Pickup. That saved my life until now. So I guess the reason I'm still in the game because this saved my life, and I want to save other people's life if I could. I just make some impact. It's not. This is not more than just getting late. I don't want to get into the super self-improvement, self-help, but sometimes you do need it because it's just getting late only. Getting depressed, man. So travel more, take more action, talk to somebody, say hi. She's not out your league again. She's not out your league. She only out your league because you didn't talk to her. So remember that. Next time you come out and you see somebody so hot, just remember she's only out your league if you don't talk to her. So take action, grab life by the horn. As always, I'll be here. I'll put my podcast out. I'm trying to get on the road to do full-time travel nomad. I'm not sure if that's possible. Trying my best. If I could, do more infill, more videos, more podcasts, and be more free. I guess that's the end goal. Is be free. So stay free, my friends. Keep going out and join the Discord if you need a community, somebody to talk to, just helping each other out and stay in touch. I'm gonna try to grow the community, try to put the Black Sheep Bandit together. I'm not sure if I could, but at least there's something for some people when they need it. So keep grabbing life by the horn, and until next time, peace.